Hey folks, this is Scott from WizKids, and thank you for watching the Dice Masters matches that we had streaming earlier today. Now we are hopping over to HeroClix. We're at Origins Games Fair in Columbus, Ohio, and this is the HeroClix Road to Worlds. We are in our last qualifier for the single World Championship for HeroClix. And we're going to be showing you a couple feature matches through this qualifier. Every player here is vying for one of 32 spots in the HeroClix World Championship for 2015. And in our first round, we have Michael M. and going up against Jayson. That's Michael Marcinko against Jayson Coombe. And they are just about to get started, so we're jumping right into the game here. Jayson is playing a team consisting of Lydia Malor, Black Hand, Super Scroll, and playing the Orange Battery resource. And Michael is playing Superman and with the Parallax Entity and the Yellow Power Battery. So Michael made the first roll off, so he got to choose map, and it's going to go first. And with with Lydia Malor has an ability to take an attachment off of a resource. So he took the ring off of the Yellow Powder Battery from Michael. So Michael is not going to have access to his emotional spectrum power with the Yellow Power Battery, which would give the effect that the other team would have a modifier to their attack by -2, so that's going to certainly save Jayson. Well, one thing I want to note as we're taking a look at this game, it was up on the Twitch image that we were going to be looking at the team qualifiers. We did watch a couple of matches from the team qualifiers yesterday, but we actually had that schedule flip-flop between the days where we did the singles in the morning and the team in the afternoon on yesterday. Today we did the teams in the morning, and we're doing the singles in the afternoon now. So you may have been thinking that you're going to watch the team qualifiers, but you're actually watching the singles. But I can run down the list. We have the teams that qualified to play in the Team Worlds. And out of the undefeated teams, we have 3 Random Dudes. That's their team name, 3 Random Dudes. Department H, Phoenix Nest, Pusheen Alpha Sapphire, and also Pusheen Delta Emeralds, as well as Avengers, Esoteric Order, Inebriated Team Rubicon, Trainwreck, and the other teams that qualified that had the best record out of all the other ones that didn't go undefeated is Failboat, Tequila Mockingbirds, who we saw one of their players in the feature match yesterday, KO Lorado Kings, Team Illuminati, KG Nix, who was actually one of our other feature matches yesterday, one of their players, Los Castigadores, and Majestic Blue. So they will be vying for the Team World Championships tomorrow. One thing, folks, I just want to point out here, and it's been confusing myself, and it's probably confusing you at home watching. On our feed here, we have the player cams, we have the map cams. We actually have them flip-flopped here. So Michael M, his image and his name is on the left-hand side, but he is again playing the Superman team with the yellow power battery. So his team is on the right-hand side of your screen, actually over Jayson's image, whereas Jayson's team is on the left-hand side of your screen over Michael's image. Again, just want to point out this is round 1 of the second day of qualifiers. Each player that goes undefeated in the qualifiers does qualify. There are a number of players that are already pre-qualified from either playing in winning nationals events, not only in the US but around the world, as well as our last year's world champion. So all the players that are playing here at Origins Game Fair are trying to fill out those remaining positions for the top 32 to play in the championship. And all the players who each qualifier round, the 2 between yesterday and today, each player that goes undefeated will advance, and then all the remaining spots are filled in by the players who have the best combined record between playing in the 2 qualifiers. So as players show up at this event, a lot of them are played yesterday. If they did not go in defeated, they played again today, and they're trying to bolster their record. So Superman is Michael is moving his Superman figure up and is looking to be a bit defensive here, putting some barriers up. No, he's all right. Clearing that, taking those barriers down. And this is one of the maps from the War of Light organized play series from last year, and the orange power battery. The power batteries were available along with the War of Light storyline organized play last year as well. We have the camera focused in on the map itself, but I do want to point out that Michael does have parallax assigned to Superman, so he is off the screen, off the camera, so you're not going to be able to see the parallax figure itself. And Jayson is moving up Super Scroll. Super Scroll is one of the zombie. It's the zombie Super Scroll chase figure from the Guardians of the Galaxy set. Very interesting figure. Has access to a number of powers, but depending on how many powers he chooses, he might take damage. Has to roll for it. So Jayson's counting out if he might be able to make an attack here, and he's calling out his powers that he's choosing. Is he going to go for that 4th power? Yep. Okay. And now he's rolling to see if he might take damage for having the 4 powers. Oh, no, he's making the attack. There we go. That was a miss. And all right, so able to land the first blow, Jayson, with Super Scroll on Superman. And now he's got to roll to see about taking damage. Yep. So he was fortunately, but it was worth it. He was able to get the first licks in on Superman. Alright, Superman is going to move back towards Power Battery, taking a running shot attack on Super Skrull, and Jayson rolled for his shape change but did not make it. Or, I'm sorry, his Skrull team ability did not make it. And unfortunately Michael's roll is a 4 there, so that is not going to hit. He's going to put the token on it. And using the support power from his power battery, he was able to successfully heal Superman back up for 2 clicks of damage. So taking back some of the sting from the attack, the initial attack from Jayson's Super Skrull. Well, Jayson chose his 4 powers for the Super Scroll. Again, I'm going to point out, as I said yesterday, we don't have the players mic'd for these matches, so unfortunately we don't know the powers that he's chosen, but we do know that it's just seeing there from his roll that he didn't take any damage from choosing the powers, and then cleared the team, or cleared Super Scroll. Oh boy. There we go. Superman now, after being healed, takes a running shot up on Super Skrull and lands a critical hit. So Super Skrull's taking some damage. He's going to get knocked back. Jayson just calling over a judge here. He just wants to confirm where the knockback's gonna land him. And it's going to go at that 45-degree angle. And from that hit there, he took 5 clicks of damage. So that's going to be a tough hit for Jayson's Super Skrull. Michael tokens his Superman. And Michael does have the wall constructs on his team that he has assigned, and is able to put up the 2 squares of barrier. So he's trying to now defend after landing a critical hit on Super Skrull. He's trying to put up some a little defensive wall there to prevent Jayson from being able to retaliate. And Jayson's going to use the same strategy that Michael did earlier and try to get his main attacker back to his power battery, potentially heal him from that damage he took earlier from the critical hit, and moved Lydia Madeler up, I think, to try to give a little bit of a run interference if Superman comes across. Alright, just a little conference there with the judge. Just confirming on his support role. But Jayson's going to get 2 clicks back on his Super Scroll. And takes the push on the power battery. So Michael's gonna reposition those markers. Clears his Superman. Turn goes over to Jayson. Jayson decided to move his Lydia Mallard just off one and take the push to do it. I had said the wall earlier, but Michael actually has, well, he has the wall, but he also has the net assigned. And Jayson gets his Super Scroll back up in the game, but saw by him leaning back that he didn't seem too happy about having to take that push to move off those markers. And rightfully so. So he's going to go back and press the attack here. And rolls a 5. That's not going to do it, but does have the opportunity to re-roll and gets a 9. So that'll land a hit on Superman. So that's his second hit. He wasn't able to fully recover with his support roll off earlier from the critical hit that he received, but he's been able to land 2 hits on Superman. And rolls again to see if he takes any damage from choosing his powers on Super Scroll, but he's been very, very fortunate with those rolls and hasn't taken any damage yet from that. Jayson does have all of the orange constructs available to him, and he does have the sniper rifle and the catapult assigned, so the reason you saw him able to move that Super Scroll right up before he did the running shot was with the use of that catapult. Alright, Michael's going to take a shot with his Superman, and Jayson did not make his scrolls roll, so, but he was able to cause the reroll and cause Jayson to cause Michael to miss. Right. That was, yeah, Jayson is showing his hands shaking there. He was able to pull it out. And he's showing his little charm on the side. He's representing Team Pusheen from New Jersey. And even after Michael landed that big critical hit with Superman, he wasn't able to pull it out there, but yeah, that was just before the last action was called. You might have heard over the microphone. Well, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break here while we're going to be setting up for the next game.